Imagine for a moment that everything we've been taught about the origins of humanity might be incomplete. That behind the oldest pages of history there exist accounts, details, and revelations carefully set aside from common knowledge. The Ethiopian Bible, one of the most ancient and complete collections of scripture, stands as a window into a forgotten past, a compilation that not only preserves the books known to the world, but also those that were censored, removed, or labeled as apocryphal elsewhere. This book is not merely a relic of faith, it is a time capsule, a vessel of memory that contains fragments of our very identity as a species, clues that reveal how the heavens, the earth, and the beginnings of humankind were understood thousands of years ago. From its earliest passages, the Ethiopian Bible challenges official narratives and invites us to ask why these writings were hidden, and what truths within them might alter the way we see ourselves today. As we journey into its pages, we encounter accounts of angels descending to teach men forbidden arts, stories of giants who once walked the earth, and prophecies that suggest humanity is not simply the result of a straightforward creation, but the outcome of a deeper, more mysterious interaction between the divine and the earthly. These scriptures force us to consider that what we now dismiss as myth may, in fact, be ancestral memory echoes of real events that shook ancient generations, truths so powerful that institutions sought to bury them in order to preserve control over both faith and history. Each chapter draws us into a space where archaeology, spirituality, and even science converge, urging us not to settle for traditional versions, but to explore the forbidden side of our origin. The more we immerse ourselves, the clearer it becomes that the Ethiopian Bible does not merely recount the relationship between God and man. It also conceals hints about where we truly come from and where we are destined to go. In this exploration, we discover that the roots of humanity do not belong to one people or one culture, but are woven with spiritual and cosmic threads that bind us all together. The first great revelation comes with the inclusion of the Book of Enoch, a text erased from most Bibles across the world, yet preserved with care in Ethiopia. Within its pages we read of the Watchers, celestial beings who descended to earth, and through their forbidden union with humankind brought forth a hybrid offspring, the Nephilim giants, who left indelible marks upon collective memory. Could it be that these stories describe a true past, an age when humanity was altered and reshaped by forces we can barely comprehend today? The answer the Ethiopian Bible whispers is unsettling. Yes, there was knowledge imparted, secrets revealed, and that knowledge forever changed the destiny of mankind. And it was so dangerous, so disruptive, that the ruling powers chose to suppress it, branding it forbidden. This is only the beginning of a journey that will compel us to question the official version of history, to open our eyes to the possibility that our origins are far deeper, far more complex, and infinitely more extraordinary than we have been led to believe. As we continue this journey deeper into the Ethiopian Bible, the hidden truths about humanity's beginnings grow even more astonishing, revealing a story that is far greater than what we have been taught in mainstream narratives. The Book of Jubilees, another text preserved within the Ethiopian canon, expands the Genesis account with intricate details about creation, angels, and the early patriarchs. It presents the idea that time itself was divided and ordered by divine instruction, that humanity was not simply placed on earth without direction, but woven into a cosmic plan where every cycle, every age, carried a prophetic significance. Unlike the familiar version of Genesis, the Book of Jubilees emphasizes the role of celestial beings, not as distant watchers, but as active participants in shaping the destiny of humankind. These revelations make us question whether our history is not only terrestrial but also celestial, written not just in the soil of the earth but in the very stars above us. The Ethiopian Bible also preserves stories that suggest humanity's origins are entangled with knowledge that was once forbidden. The Watchers, as told in Enoch, not only fathered the giants, but also handed down secrets, metallurgy, astronomy, weaponry, enchantments, technologies, and practices that altered the course of civilizations forever. Could it be that what we call the dawn of human progress was, in truth, a gift or a curse from beings who were never meant to share such knowledge? The text suggests that this passing down of secrets disrupted the natural order, creating chaos and corruption that forced divine intervention in the form of the Great Flood. This is not simply a moral tale, but perhaps a memory of a cataclysm that reset humanity. erasing an advanced age of giants and hybrid beings, leaving behind scattered ruins and myths we still struggle to decipher today. Even more striking is the way the Ethiopian Bible portrays humanity's purpose. Far from being passive creations, the text suggests that humans were always central to the cosmic conflict between light and darkness, unlike later interpretations that narrowed our identity to sin and redemption. The Ethiopian canon paints a picture of humanity as bearing a divine spark, chosen to inherit not only the earth but even dominion over the fallen angels who sought to corrupt us. This flips the traditional narrative entirely. It implies that our origins were not about weakness, but about responsibility, that humanity was meant to be the balance point in a universe at war. Such an idea carries profound implications. If true, then every attempt to erase these texts was not only about controlling religion, but about suppressing humanity's awareness of its true power and potential. The deeper we go, the more connections emerge between the Ethiopian texts and global myths. Ancient Sumerian stories of the Anunnaki, Greek accounts of Titans, and Native American legends of sky beings, could they all be fragmented memories of the same events described in Enoch and Jubilees? Were the giants of old, the Nephilim, the same as the gods and heroes of other cultures? If so, then the Ethiopian Bible may not simply be a religious document, but the missing key that ties together humanity's scattered origin stories into a unified whole. It suggests that every civilization carried a piece of the truth, but only Ethiopia preserved the text that dared to speak it openly. And then comes the greatest question of all. If our beginnings were shaped by encounters with the divine and the fallen, what does that mean for our destiny? The Ethiopian Bible points toward a cycle, a restoration, in which humanity's forgotten authority will be reclaimed. It hints that the knowledge once suppressed will resurface, that the hidden books will return to light, and with them, the true story of who we are. Perhaps this is why, for centuries, the Ethiopian canon was guarded and kept apart, because it does not only tell us where we came from, but also where we are heading, and the truth is both empowering and unsettling. It suggests that our origins were never ordinary, that we were born into a cosmic struggle, and that within us lies the potential to rise beyond the limitations set by history, religion, or even the boundaries of Earth itself. This, then, is the hidden truth. Humanity's story is not small, not accidental, not confined to the narrow lanes of traditional history. It is vast, celestial, interwoven with beings, knowledge, and destinies beyond imagination. The Ethiopian Bible stands as a testimony, preserved against all odds, daring us to awaken to the reality that we are far more than what we've been told. And as we stand on the threshold of rediscovering these ancient truths, we are faced with a choice to dismiss them as myth, or to embrace them as the key to understanding not only our past, but the extraordinary future that awaits us.